Kentucky, they love thoroughbreds who know how to run down the stretch and get to the wire first. And certainly, they've seen plenty of them here. From Johnny Unitas to Lamar Jackson, today, the Louisville Cardinals will try to live up to that legacy. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cardinals will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's not going to take the touchback. Slips through the line. He returns it almost to the 35. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Solid work on that one. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate, give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. He's moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, chew up yards, getting a big play down the...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. To the back on the draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the back. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Mitchell. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receivers got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
They'll leave it with him. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Buys a little extra time. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Turning and firing back to the right, that's risky. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains, they were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. It back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Running to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On the move. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Wants to adjust the pattern. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Buys a little time with his feet. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
To the air, it's Stockton. Got him downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
And the defense gets to the quarterback again and breaks the ball loose. Man, their second forced fumble. This guy's put it on the deck twice. Ball security is job security. You've got to take better care of the football.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Power football with the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with this slot receiver running these drag routes. You can't lose him. If he catches it on the other side and turns up the sideline, he can take it to the house.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Cardinals! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Steps away to find some room. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. looking to fire. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. Smith takes the handoff. How about this confidence in the running game, and he picks up 9, just short of the marker. It'll be 4th and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Throwing on the run. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. It's a running, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia!
What a play call. 4th and short. Everybody in the building expecting that to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They had the matchup they wanted, one-on-one. QB takes a shot. It's an absolute strike, and they take it all the way in for a touchdown. What a play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is in serious trouble right now. I'm not sure some folks won't be asking for a refund on their NIL investment. A putrid performance in Starkville. They're trailing by 14 to Tennessee. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They go to the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He'll pull it down. Crosses the 40. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. And the Cardinals will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Grab behind the line. It's Brown. There he goes. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Cardinals are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. That's good for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are marching down the field. Let's go. The give to the lone running back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
you know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Here's the handoff. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cardinals are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on 3rd down brings us to 4th.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. And the Cardinals will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Frazier. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
college football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time. Great job by the free safety, getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Almost popped free on the screen, but he'll be stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a 4th quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run the draw. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. What a run to get them into enemy territory, and he's out of bounds at the 40.
How about the draw play? What's the first thing you have to do? You got to sell pass. Everybody believes it for just a second. The running back gets a little bit of space, and once he gets space, you can see he knows how to navigate and get down the field and make a big play.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Calls his own number. He had no chance. A host of defenders back there for a loss of 4. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got a man, it's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense is headed back out on the field. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Quick handoff. Creates a little space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And the offense went right back to their man, and this time the defense was ready to stop him.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Might be calling a hot route. They'll run play action. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Tough to give up those penalty yards in that situation. Now it's just 3rd and 6. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. 6th play of the drive coming up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half for this defense.
Trying play action. The throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Buying some time. He's going to fire to the left. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Looking to throw on first down. Forced out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Stepping to the right. He turns it loose to the left. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. He was trying to keep that play alive, getting out and escaping to the left, just hoping something good would happen.
And just buying time, right? Trying to give your receiver time to get open. He couldn't get open. He couldn't find an avenue to get him the football, but at least he bought some time and gave himself a chance. Just couldn't capitalize on it.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
With the catch, it's Smith. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
It'll be a draw. Look out, he's got room. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Making side adjustments here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And the third down pass is incomplete. You take that kind of chance to the outer third of the field, I mean, that's just begging to throw a pick six.
Not a great decision. Coach is not going to be very happy when he goes over and says, why are you throwing in the double coverage? Let's read the field. If they're going to do this, let's take something else, right? You can never go broke taking a profit. Do a good job of seeing what they're doing and trying to take away from you and take the other.
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
To the air, it's Stockton. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. Still running at the 40. Gashing the D on the right. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third.
At the 9-yard line. First and goal, Georgia.
We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback keeps it. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Man, you can tell QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Well, he tried everything he could that time just to not take a negative play. He didn't get sacked. It was a great job avoiding that. He's just able to get what he can get on the scramble play here, down close in the red zone.
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. To throw, it's Stockton. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll run it to the right. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Off the play fake. Fires to the right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Might be changing the route. Can't get him to the ground. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
They'll run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Dogs! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Got some room to run. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the defense did their job. They were able to get the interception, give the offense the ball back. Now you're set up after that run play on 3rd down. There's a lot of pressure on you here. You've got to find a way to stay on the field. You've got to find a way to score points after getting that takeaway.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw at Stockton. Right down the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Unloads to the right. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He wants to change this route. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Going for it all. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Offense takes a timeout, 27 seconds left. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quarterback adapting. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on pass.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brown.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Off play action on 1st down. Lets it fly. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the 4th quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
And after this play, the cake will be baked. The play action fake. Fires to the end zone. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And the extra point is good, and that's the way we'll wrap it up.